So let me just wrap this up. I was making a video, and my dad pulled in, and my phone hooked up to his Bluetooth, and I'm just sitting there with my pants down, like, shit, I gotta shut up. Where was I? Corey Good, who has a very, very wild childhood and very wild life story. Looks credible. I can't agree with anybody's information all the way because I don't know enough. I literally did not know anything 5 months ago. And it took me literally took me 2 months to even start really looking for all of these other people. I didn't have a lot of information before this happened to me. But Corey Good communicates with all kinds of extraterrestrials. You don't understand what you're missing. You unlock everything when you break out of the binds in your brain. But between what Dolores Cannon says and others are saying about the new Earth split, because we're shifting to 5D consciousness right now, and everybody's sick because ascension symptoms, it looks like. And a lot of people say that it is not a physical reality change. We've been stuck in 3D thinking and 3 chakras open. And people are going through the 4th density consciously, but their heart chakras are not open. Their hearts are heavy, they're sad, they're scared, and they're not looking within to get up into at least 5D mentality. And a lot of people say that it is just something that's happening. And there are the ones that say that Earth is preparing to literally split. And there's going to be a total new Earth. Like, you go look it up. And they say that the entire galaxy, probably more, are very intrigued to see this happen because it's not happened like anywhere. Earth's actually a pretty important planet in this solar system, but it's kind of like the galaxy's Fight Club. And we're supposed to remember that we're like good loving God and drive away the hate and the hateful beings. And Corey Good speaks to Anshars, an extraterrestrial group called Anshars. Apparently they're very good. And according to that kind of information and all of those people, every name I'm dropping is a button that you can click on and then find the spider web of people. It's everywhere. And humanity could have a choice coming, that we choose to wake up, we choose to set our religious and personal beliefs aside, and we choose to go down a spiritual ascension path and understand what's actually going on here. and save ourselves, because we're at the end of a 26,500 some year time period. And with the end of that coming up, that we either put this shit to bed before that happens, or we start the next 26,000 year cycle shit all over again. And it looks like this is what these draconian beings do, these negative extraterrestrials. They just kind of hide in pockets and in plain sight, and pull the strings. You know, everybody wonders, who the hell is actually running the government? Who the hell is in charge here? Who's in charge of these puppets we're all looking at? A lot of people think it's the devil. It's extraterrestrials who are hiding behind the word devil and Satan and Lucifer. It does. It looks like a shitload of extraterrestrials that are Luciferians and Satanes. They're big families and beefing gangs of extraterrestrials. That's what it looks like has been going on this whole time. And a lot of people disagree with the solar flare, this big solar flash kind of rapture. But I feel like if it's possible that there's going to be a totally new Earth and there's going to be a split. Corey Good's information says that there's something coming in 2020, around 2032. He says there's supposed to be a big solar event. He does not say a solar flash. He says it's some kind of a big solar event coming. I see that, and I couple that with all of the people who have been talking to other extraterrestrials this whole time, and the information's everywhere. When you put those two things together, if humanity has a choice here to see the truth finally, now that it's just that time, I don't know if that would be some kind of an event where the people who have raised their vibration snap over, and the ones who don't know. But that's what I got. I mean, it's a lot. You gotta just put on waders and get ready to sift through shit. Because it looks like the farther back you go, and the more ancient civilizations you didn't even know of, all of these people who have religious texts etched in stone, it's like different levels of plagiarism. Should be copyright infringement. These are just a bunch of stories remade. Like, our religious texts look like remade movies. Kind of like how they keep remaking it, or remaking this movie. And why are there only like 24 to 48 variations of movies out there, really? I mean, They're literally putting it right in front of your face. There's definitely a reason that they have us all really loving dragons. We loved them in Game of Thrones. They got little bipedal, little dinosaur-looking creatures in World of Warcraft. They kind of look like the Goombas from the old Super Mario Brothers movie that kicked ass. I liked them a lot less when they were on the Balenciaga wall behind one of those children. There were 6 or 7 black dragons on the wall. And then in another Balenciaga picture, there was Antarctica. Wow. All of the shit that's going on with Antarctica, and you're going to put that on the wall. You're going to put dragons on the wall. It's because they're fucking draconians. That's their agenda. These beings and other densities, they're fucking dragons. And they literally, these creatures look like they look just in the movies. And that's probably where they got all their ideas from for these creatures that we're looking at. Oh, I just can't stand it. I think I'm handling this pretty okay. If it's all true. And it kind of looks like it is, and I kind of just dare people to call me a fucking liar. At this point, I'm so mad. It's not bad enough going through something called a spiritual awakening, having mental issues on your way up to it, but having to come out as somebody who is minding their own business, a Christian food server and bartender, a woman, minding their own business. But boom, something happened to me. I felt like I was burned alive for weeks while I'm smiling at customers, trying to hold my job down, trying to hold my shit together. I was on fucking fire, and I think I handled it okay. It could have been worse. And it's not bad enough that all those things happen, but having to come out and beg my family and beg every Christian I know to look at this information, because it looks like they're lying about Jesus. And I can't believe it. I can't. He was trying to teach spiritual ascension. And Rome tried to kill him since the day he was born. And then these religious people killed him. They killed him to silence him. It wasn't for your sins, because we're not terrible people. We're God. Jesus is all of our son. It does not make sense. Jesus is not Yahweh's son. And thank my oversoul. Thank God. Because he looks like a bad character. He looks like a bunch of bad characters, and you can't even tell them apart. But all these videos of people going, the God of the Bible is the devil of the Bible. It's just kind of a snake eating its tail, just keeping everybody sleeping and keeping everybody spinning in circles. And the lots of videos that are saying Yahweh, Allah, Baal. can't even fucking tell them apart when you look at it in the right combination. Because our brains are master locks upon master locks. And that's it. Sucks. This really sucks. But I would sincerely like to spare anybody else the heartbreak, the really hard way. I wish I would have just known that all of the information that I've been talking about, I really wish somebody would have just been able to shoot the shit to me straight. Not all these hippie people, not all of these sweetie pies out here who are just like too nice for their own good and put people to sleep and people just turn them off. No, I'm one pissed off ex-Christian, because it doesn't matter that I believe in Jesus Christ and that I love him, but apparently if I don't believe he died for my sins, and I don't believe that he's the son of Yahweh, and I don't believe that Yahweh is ultimate God, then I can't identify as a Christian anymore. Okay. That hurts. That sucks. But I mean, yeah, I mean, there's just so many bullet holes. It's bullet holed. It's ripped to shit. All of it. Everybody's religious texts lose. For everybody to win, everybody has to lose. And then you realize that you're a fucking winner because you're God. All right. God's source. Creating a hologram. And that's why these miracles happen. That's why cars can go through people and there are glitches in the matrix. Why some people survive things that they should never survive. It's divine intervention. From who? Probably your oversoul. It's probably you up there helping you and your galactic family. And the universe is huge and trying to help. This is why there's the Voices video for Mr. Ballin. Lady minding her own business, and she freaking hears a megaphone turning in her head. Hey, we know that this is really alarming, but you got to get to the hospital. It seemed like the best way to say it, but you have something growing on your brain stem and you're going to die. Really? This is a game. This is a game of amnesia, sorrow, and fear. And yeah, it'd just be great for other people to remember that. Because there's a lot of us who do. A lot of us who remember being blown up on other planets. A lot of us talking in these comment sections. They're everywhere. People are saying things in these comment sections. It's like they wouldn't even tell their fucking diary because they're just like, I can't believe you guys are talking about this. Like, this is what I remember. Like, this is what I'm going through. People remember the Draco-Lyran Wars. And it's like, this is the stuff that haunts people. This is the black cloud that a lot of people feel. Is all of the pain and suffering from their past lives and from this life that they're trying to remember and they're trying to deal with, and they can't fucking deal with it. Or if you feel like you have a black cloud following you, you could be of a fallen consciousness and your soul energy, like a lot of other people out here. A lot of other people are waking up and remembering that they're like straight up Anunnaki, and they're talking about it. And that's okay too. All you have to do is remember and save yourself. You just have to remember what the hell you're made of and choose to be good and choose to not be a puppet for these bad guys. And it's a lot. It's a lot of information out there, right for the picking. It's all right there. And I've really tried to get a wholesome crowd of people out here talking about this for you to look at. And I hope anybody does, because this sucks. And like Cub Cooker, he knows he's a prophet. Prophet is somebody that taps into God's source energy and downloads information from God's source. We're fucking prophets everywhere. This is the most prophetic time. This is the most prophetic time that has ever happened to this earth, is now. Because everybody is a prophet of God. Everybody can be their own God. And it is sad to see all of these people diagnosed schizophrenic who are hearing voices in their heads. And they don't know the difference between good, like their higher power giving them a warning, or the bad ones. It's all a mental game. These fucking archons. It's a little parasitic. If you've heard the word archon and it was from Star Trek, why don't you look up the archons? People have been talking about them since ancient history. And about how they're a big part of the soul trap. And David Icke's book, The Trap, looks like a really good book. But yeah, so I've dealt with all the things I've dealt with pretty quickly. I think it could have been worse. I'm calming down. Not because of the mood stabilizer I asked for. That's a murder weapon, because I quit taking them. I started a new job. I'm trying to eat better. I'm taking vegan supplements now. I'm literally getting a gym membership. And I'm going to try to just fucking take care of myself. And give that a go. And if worse comes to worse, I'll get put back on the gold standard for OCD. It's called clomipramine. It's been around from the 70s, and doctors don't like to diagnose people with OCD. They say it's very hard to diagnose, and I think that everybody has OCD. OCD is an anxiety disorder that can cause depression and every single fucking thing that any other mental disorder can cause. That's OCD. It all looks exactly the same when you put it up side by side. When you put these people who are diagnosed with these things up side by side, it all looks the same. And it looks like the only difference is the price tag on the medication. We are being fed to Big Pharma. We are being fed energetically to negative forces. And it looks like people are being fed to monsters, actually. That actually looks true. These hookers that come up missing, these children that come up missing, All the missing 401 cases solved. It's exactly what it looks like. And we are too scared as a sleeping consciousness to look at it. Look, you have to stop and slow down and go. All of these people that are saying all of these things about the British family, what if they're not fucking crazy? Then you look at things that they're saying about these Kardashians being witches. When you understand energy, you understand that black people absorb a lot of sun energy, and maybe that's why they have the taste in men that they do. Because they are literally feeding off of their energy. When I woke up, I can't tell you how bad I flipped out about that astro world. Soul reaping. I don't know exactly how bad that was, but that was literally a ritual. In my earlier videos, I have a video of those two demons that the asshole had on stage and then vanishing through a portal in the crowd. Go ahead, check it out. I'll show you exactly how he jumped, opened the portal, and then they went bloop, bloop, right down into it. He sacrificed so many kids and people. But that's not all. Every single person, 50, 60,000 people, every single person who was at that concert probably needs a spiritual healer, because dark energies, literally, those people were so scared. And they were made sick for hours with the sound of that spellcast music and that boom, 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 the low frequencies of that music. And then when they got in there, they were so scared. And a lot of them thought that they were going to die so surely that they probably have soul loss now. They probably have pieces of their soul busted off, and then Travis Scott let these monsters come in from other dimensions and leech on to every single person that was there. That's what I think. It was so cosmically bad. And the fact that all these lawsuits are just getting shoved under the rug, and the fact that he's just still walking free after literally soul harvesting. He soul harvested. Kylie Jenner took her pregnant ass there, and they had a child on 2222. Wow. It's just like, it's a power game. It's an energy game. They took those souls, and who knows what they did. But that was bad. That was very, 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 very bad. And so yeah, I mean, it just kind of looks like the biblical apocalypse out there. And I just don't want anybody to have to be fucking terrified like this. Like I've had to be terrified. It's been terrifying. But it only sucks for a few months, I guess. All right.